A new event that aims to help young athletes looking to make a career in sports and to plan a life after that is taking place in the city this weekend.
Hi guys, my name is Kiara Graham and I'm a varsity athlete with the University of Toronto, and I can't wait to see all of you at the Training Ground Summit January 12th. But before we get into that, I want to let you in on a little secret, and that's Canadian student athletes can make money off of NIL. Are you tired of the never-ending school fees? Is your sport equipment unaffordable?
The Training Ground Summit, the first of its kind, will give 500 attendees a space to equip themselves for the tools to succeed in sports and beyond. So joining us live now for a look at this very special event are Randy Osei and Elia Lini of the Training Ground Summit. Thanks for joining us this morning. This is so exciting, Randy, because we're talking about something called the NIL, name, image, likeness, which has been happening in the States quite recently, where varsity, student athletes can capitalize on it, but it hasn't been taken advantage of or used here in Canada.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think a lot of student athletes in Canada are looking at ways to get ready for the workforce, right? Mm-hmm. Like when you graduate and you've got to find a job, you've got to have an internship on your resume, you've got to have work skills and experience. Student athletes have a hard time doing that with school and sport. So we believe NIL creates an amazing opportunity for them to personally and professionally develop through NIL. Mm-hmm. And NIL simply is giving them the ability and the autonomy over their name, their image, their likeness, so they could partner with brands, businesses, and run businesses themselves because they can, right? So that's the vision and the mission of this event, is to help student athletes know that they can.
And the industry is huge. NIL, $3 billion industry. Elia, you were the one who prompted this summit. You are a football player, linebacker with University of Toronto Varsity Blues. So what prompted you or gave you the idea that you should approach Randy and put this on?
Absolutely. So I struggled a lot financially growing up. And one of the things that I saw as an athlete is within my teammates, they're gambling their student loans, they're not making smart financial decisions, they're sports betting, and I noticed that they didn't really have the skills to succeed and learn what to do with their money. And I ended up coming up with the idea of this is a big need to learn these pivotal skills for career in sports. And then I met Randy in the summer and I saw a bunch of the events that he's run, and I was like, okay, this is a perfect partnership within being a University of Toronto student to partner with my student advisory board and then partner with Randy to really help with the execution and bring this to the next level, because I haven't thrown huge events like this before.
You don't have the time.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have the time.
For sure. Okay, so let's talk about the event. January 12th, 12 to 6 p.m. at U of T in the OISC building. And you've got some really cool key speakers coming, the Woj, Adrian Wojnarowski, as well as Toronto Raptors Jamal Sheed also. So why did you choose these two guys to come on?
Great question. Woj is a relationship that we've built through one of our angel investors, Andrew Nicholson, who's from Toronto. Woj is now the GM at Andrew's alma mater. And I got a chance to meet Woj, and we had a conversation, and I was like, he gets it. Like, he gets it, right? Yeah. He said in a podcast that if you just come to our school and we go to a couple playoffs, win some championships, and you just leave, we've failed you. And when I heard that, I was like, students need to hear that message. Jamal Sheed was in college less than a year ago.
Yeah.
So when he was in college, his first year, NIL wasn't there. Then the following year, and then it became, and he's done over 10 to 15 deals while he was in college.
Wow.
So he's now playing for the Toronto Raptors. And what we want to hear from him is, what is your transition like in building an identity as a basketball player in a new country? Right? You were playing in Houston, now you're in Toronto. So we want the student athletes to hear those two perspectives and really understand that you can do it. You can start now. And it's not a challenge, because the tools and things are available for you at your fingertips right now.
Okay, very important stuff. Congratulations on getting this off the ground. Best of all, it's a free event, but you do have to register and be
for student athletes
specifically. Yeah, so
Yep.
if you have aspirations and you're like grade 11, not yet. Okay, Randy, such a pleasure
nice
to
to
meet you.
meet you.
Elia, thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank
have a
you.
great weekend,
Thank you
and good luck with the summit.
We appreciate it.